Have you noticed it too? This year, nature's ahead of the calendar. Some plants are blooming earlier than they should. The greenery is exploding with such urgency, like it can't wait even a second longer. Everything is bursting out, wanting to show itself, wanting to be seen. And yet, you might feel like there's still a real mess inside you. Welcome to April 2026, the month that carries the energy of the number 4. And today, on Saturday, the 4th of the 4th, that energy is simply uncompromising. In numerology, the number 4 isn't just a number, it's Dalet, the 4th letter of the Hebrew alphabet, which literally means door. And doors have one fascinating quality. They lead both in and out at the same time. April's number 4 opens the gateway between inner planning and outer action. The entire year 2026 carries the energy of transition, from intention to form, from thought to action. And it's April. That's the moment when the gate truly swings wide open. It's the month when it's decided whether what you've been carrying inside for months will take on structure and shape, or if it will remain just a wish. 4 is the number of quadrature, a square, 4 walls, 4 corners, the geometry of stability, but also of boundaries. 4 sets the limits, creates the framework, lays the foundation. And that's exactly what it's about right now. To give your life the kind of framework that will support what you want to build. And that brings us to the core of April's energy, to something that's rarely spoken about out loud. Your body is the temple of your soul. That's not a metaphor, that's a physical reality. Every organ operates according to its own order. Every cell vibrates at a certain frequency. The body is a system so perfectly organized that any architect would envy it. And what do? Too little sleep, too much stress. Food that doesn't nourish us but dulls us. Substances that don't belong in our bodies. Clothes our bodies don't need. And then we're surprised when we don't feel well. The number 4 in the body resonates with teeth, bones, muscles, and joints, with everything that gives us structure and support. When these parts of the body weaken, it's a signal. Something in the basic structure of your life is calling for attention. Illness, in the archetypal sense, is nothing more than an inner war. Disharmony that began on the energetic level and gradually became dense enough to manifest in the physical body. Every illness starts with a disruption of the energy field and only then shows up as a symptom. And here comes the key truth of April's number 4. You alone are responsible for your own inner harmony. A doctor can show you where the problem is, but healing can only come through your own conscious decision. And now, try a little experiment. Sit down in the middle of the room where you spend the most time. It could be the living room, your office, your bedroom, it doesn't matter. Just sit down, close your eyes, and let the space affect you. What do you feel? Maybe you'll suddenly realize this thing doesn't belong here. That over there is distracted. There's just too much of everything here. That's the very essence of Feng Shui in its purest form. Feng Shui isn't some exotic decoration or esoteric fad. It's the art of balancing and harmonizing the natural flow of energy in the space where we live. And that space reflects our inner state with ruthless accuracy. Clutter in your home equals clutter in your mind. Chaos around us is also chaos within us. And on the flip side, when you start cleaning up and sorting things in your surroundings, something shifts inside you too. That's not magic. That's a Hermetic law. As above, so below. As within, so without. The process of cleaning up, getting rid of what you don't need, isn't just a practical matter. It's a ritual. You cleanse your space, and by doing so, you also cleanse your energetic field. You bring order to your surroundings, and that order seeps inside to your cells, your nervous system, and the way you think and feel. What's your experience with April's energy? Do you also feel the urge to sort, clean, and put things in order? Share your thoughts in the comments. And let's continue. But be careful. April's number 4 also has its shadow side. Order is not the same as control. There is a healthy need for structure. And then there's obsessive cleaning, when someone clings rigidly to external order because the inner chaos is too frightening to face directly. When order becomes fanatical, it's always a sign of a deeper issue, of control and power. A person who needs to have everything perfectly organized is actually struggling with feeling powerless. External perfection is a substitute for the inner stability they haven't found yet. April's energy invites you to gently discern where healthy care for your space ends and where escaping from your own inner self begins. Where is the line between structure and rigidity? This very act of discernment is a spiritual practice of the highest order. You know what's fascinating? When you look at an atom, the smallest unit of matter, and realize that its proportions match those of our solar system, a nucleus surrounded by orbiting electrons, the sun surrounded by planets. As above, so below, the same order, the same pattern, the same intelligence, just on a different scale. And you are part of this pattern. Your body, your space, your relationships, your inner world. All of this follows the same principles of cosmic order. When one level loses harmony, it affects all the others. That's why the April 4 is so important. It's not just about cleaning out the garage or sorting your toolbox drawer, though let's be honest, that helps too. It's about realizing that order in your life isn't a luxury. It's a basic condition for existence. And finally, here are 4 symbols that perfectly sum up April's energy. DNA, the double helix. You carry the evolutionary development within you, the legacy of thousands of generations, but you have the power to influence where that development goes next. Bless your potential and say yes to yourself. The toroidal field, the heart of unity, open your heart to love for yourself and for all living things. The energy of the heart has the shape of a torus, an endless flow that moves outward and returns back, giving and receiving as a single movement. And the Trinity, perfect creative power, Father, Mother, and Child as one. Or perhaps Father, Son, and Holy Spirit? In 3, you find unity. When you accept all parts of yourself, light and shadow, strength and fragility, you become whole. Bioplasma field, charismatic frequency harmony. Take care of a pure, radiant bioplasma field. Tune in to the other bioplasma fields around you. Your energy affects everyone you come into contact with. April 2026 asks just one thing of you. Start with yourself. Not tomorrow, not when you have time, but right now. Look at your space. Look at your body. Look at your inner world. Where is there disharmony? Where is something built up that doesn't belong here? Where is order missing? Not the kind that's forced, but the natural kind that grows from within. We can't stop wars in the world. We can't solve the chaos around us. But we can and must start with our own inner field, because what happens outside always has its roots in what's happening inside us. And that's not a metaphor. It's a Hermetic law that's thousands of years old, and right now, it's more relevant than ever before. That's exactly why we're here. We incarnated in this era because we know we can handle and accomplish all of this. Previous generations didn't have this opportunity, but we do, so let's make the most of it.